Welcome back. Wow, I really need a haircut again. And this product isn't really working for me right now. I hate that I just said product. Product. How about gel, goop, I don't know, cream, something. Glue? Not product. Don't say product. I hate that I just said product. It's not product. You may be wondering what this ridiculous shirt is that I'm wearing. Uh, well, let me tell you. When I went on my honeymoon with my wife, it's probably good that I went with my wife back in 2012, 8 years ago. It had always been my dream to swim with dolphins. And we splurged a little bit. When I say a little bit, I mean a lot bit. And we got a couple's dream swim with the dolphins. So it was just me and my wife, Angela, and the trainer and two dolphins just for us. It was really, really neat. So also with that exorbitantly priced package, we got matching t-shirts. Ooh, dolphin matching t-shirts. Wow. And the heart is made of dolphins. Oh, let's get serious. 2020. What a mess. What a mess. I already made a video talking about the COVID catastrophe, coping with the COVID catastrophe. That's not exactly what this video is about, although that's partially included. This year's been a disaster. That's not news to anyone at all. Between COVID and just all the quarantining and all the sickness and hospitalizations and death and just mental destruction of everyone involved, that has been beyond horrific, obviously. The division in our country has been insane. Politically, racially, it's been just a mess, beyond a mess. And what I really wanted to touch on is the racism in this country and the systemic racism. The hatred, the bigotry, the xenophobia, and even the sexism. Our country is so divided, and I've been meaning to make this video for a long time, a lot longer than I care to admit, and I felt called to do it. And I'm really glad I'm doing it now because stuff has to change. Stuff has to change. And I had to make a comment, make some commentary about it. The only way out of this is love. It's love. Putting aside our differences, stopping the hate, and accepting everyone and loving everyone as they are. I realize as I'm doing this, I'm probably covering my face. Maybe that's a good thing because this hair is, woo! I was going to play back in the background of my talking here to mix it up, play some Michael Jackson, Black or White, and Colored People by DC Talk, a Christian rock band that I heard the song Colored People by DC Talk, man, back when I was maybe 13 or something. And Colored People and then Black or White by Michael Jackson, I thought were such amazing songs, truly amazing songs. But they never really hit me in the way they do now because, yeah, racism was there and existed, but it was nothing like this. I mean, like, I never really experienced it, never saw it. And unfortunately, as it's, pretty obvious, I'm a pasty white dude. And, jokes aside, I've been privileged in that way. And also, I'm not the recipient of a lot of that racism that we're talking about. I just am appalled and utterly dismayed at the way things have gone and the way this country's been politically again, but just the way that we're treating people in general, as a general rule. I'm not talking about politics, specific policies and immigration and everything like that. I'm just talking a fundamental, very basic level. People are loved. People need to be loved. They should be loved. God created all of us equally. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. And God loves you. He loves me too. And though I can't believe that a lot of the time, he does. And God doesn't see that I'm a pasty white dude. God loves you. He created all of us. And if I'm not mistaken, the line in DC Talk Colored People, he talked about, the lyrics were like, we're a beautiful kaleidoscope, a cornucopia of colors. And it's gorgeous. It's amazing. I love it. The diversity in this country, and beyond, is just, it's fantastic. And I wouldn't want it any other way. I told myself that I wouldn't ramble on and get off track with this, but it's hard to talk about without getting too emotionally driven. God loves all of us. Like I said, he created everyone. And with all this hate in the world, the ultimate act of love, 2,000 some years ago, Jesus, God in human form, died on the cross for everyone, for all sins, for all time, for all races, ethnicities, genders, nationalities, colors, tribes, you name it. It's all there. The ultimate act. Not to get too biblical, but top 2 commandments. Love love the Lord your God with all your heart and mind and soul. And the second is to love your neighbor as yourself. Your neighbor's everyone. I would say love everyone everywhere better than yourself. Wouldn't that be a nice goal? And I'll remind myself of that next time I'm in the car tomorrow morning driving to work and see how well I fare. I realize that this talk isn't super full of ideas to combat all of this racism necessarily, or all the issues in the world, or this nation in particular. But I had to say something. Love is what matters. It is. And maybe it sounds wimpy or wussy. And you know what? I don't care at all. Love is what matters. We have to look out for each other. God designed us all equally. To all my sisters and brothers of another color, you are loved, you matter, and you are not alone. I don't care if you are purple, blue, green, black, brown, white. We are all worthy of respect and love because God deemed it so and God designed us that way. We truly are a beautiful conglomerate collection. What do I want to say? Just an amazing diversity. We are so incredibly beautifully made, and all we need is love. In a world so full of division and hate and fear and loathing and despair and depression and hopelessness, love conquers.